Welcome to our show, U.S. Briefing. Today, we dive into the heart-wrenching journey of a Venezuelan family of 10 who fled political persecution, only to find themselves stuck at the U.S. border. They're currently at the Buen Samaritano shelter in Ciudad Juarez, relying on the kindness of strangers while they await news about their asylum process. Despite their challenges, they keep their spirits high, sharing meals and laughter as they navigate this uncertain chapter of their lives. Next up, we shift our focus to Europe, where the ongoing energy crisis continues to reshape the continent's energy landscape 3 years after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Europe is moving away from its reliance on Russian natural gas, embracing liquefied natural gas from the US and ramping up wind and solar power generation. However, the region still faces challenges with high natural gas prices and the need for energy security, as leaders emphasize the importance of diversifying energy sources. Finally, we celebrate the remarkable comeback of the American bald eagle, a symbol of resilience and conservation success. After being removed from the endangered species list, these majestic birds are thriving once again, particularly in New Jersey. As their population grows, so does public interest in observing them. Conservationists stress the importance of habitat preservation to ensure these iconic birds continue to soar high in the skies. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these stories. CNN reports on a Venezuelan family of 10 who sought asylum in the United States but found themselves stranded at the Buen Samaritano shelter in Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. The family, led by Lucimar Polanco, had traveled for over 2 years, fleeing political persecution from the Maduro regime. They had their asylum appointment canceled abruptly due to a policy change by the Trump administration, leaving them in limbo with no money and uncertainty about their future. Despite their dire situation, the family finds solace in shared meals and humor, joking to lift their spirits amid the overwhelming challenges they face as they wait for their chance to cross the border. New York Times highlights the ongoing energy crisis in Europe 3 years after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The continent has made significant strides in diversifying its energy sources, replacing Russian natural gas with liquefied natural gas from the United States and ramping up wind and solar power generation. However, Europe remains vulnerable as it still relies heavily on imports to meet its energy needs, and high costs continue to burden households and the economy. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, emphasized the lessons learned from the crisis, noting that previous reliance on cheap energy left Europe exposed to geopolitical manipulation. Associated Press celebrates the remarkable recovery of the bald eagle, the national bird of the United States, which has rebounded from the brink of extinction. Once reduced to just a single nesting pair in New Jersey, conservation efforts, including the banning of harmful pesticides like DDT and the introduction of eagles from stable populations, have led to a resurgence in their numbers. The bald eagle's cultural significance has also been recognized, with recent legislation officially designating it as the national bird. Despite facing new challenges in suburban environments, the eagle's adaptability and the ongoing commitment to its conservation serve as a testament to the success of wildlife protection efforts in America. Associated Press reported on the first gubernatorial debate in New Jersey, where 6 Democratic candidates, including prominent mayors and congressional representatives, clashed on various issues just 4 months ahead of the primary elections. The debate took place at Rider University and saw Newark Mayor Ras Baraka leading the charge against President Trump's policies, particularly criticizing his immigration executive orders. The candidates discussed pressing state matters like high property taxes, public school funding, and the failures of New Jersey transit, while also addressing national topics such as immigration and transgender rights. With Governor Phil Murphy unable to seek re-election due to term limits, the candidates aim to present their visions for making New Jersey more affordable and addressing the needs of voters. New York Times highlighted Secretary of State Marco Rubio's tense dialogue with Panama's President José Raúl Mulino regarding China's influence over the Panama Canal. Rubio's remarks underscored the Trump administration's concerns about potential Chinese control, demanding immediate changes to the current status quo. While Mulino downplayed the threat, Trump later reinforced the administration's stance by suggesting that the U.S. might take decisive action to reclaim control over the canal if necessary. This meeting marked a significant moment in U.S.-Panama relations, with Rubio's aggressive tone indicating a shift in diplomatic strategy as the Trump administration sought to assert its influence and protect American interests in the region. Al Jazeera reported on Elon Musk's controversial comments regarding the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, calling for its dismantlement after 2 security officials were put on leave for denying access to his representatives. Musk's harsh critique labeled USAID a criminal organization, sparking concerns over the influence of unelected individuals in government affairs. The incident raised alarms among Democratic lawmakers, who warned about the implications of Musk's involvement in sensitive government operations. Meanwhile, President Trump announced plans to cut aid to South Africa, linking it to land confiscation policies, further fueling speculation about a broader agenda to reshape U.S. foreign aid under his administration. Yahoo US reports on the whirlwind changes happening within the Ohio State football program following their national championship victory. Just days after the confetti settled, the coaching staff faced significant upheaval as defensive coordinator Jim Knowles departed for Penn State, and offensive line coach Justin Fry moved to the NFL with the Arizona Cardinals. The most impactful loss was offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, who was hired by the Las Vegas Raiders, leaving head coach Ryan Day scrambling to fill 3 major assistant positions. Speculation surrounds potential replacements, with 5 notable names emerging: Kevin Wilson, a familiar face with previous experience at Ohio State; Brian Hartline, the current co-offensive coordinator who has been waiting for his chance; Ryan Day himself, who may choose to return to play calling; Joe Moorhead, a respected offensive mind; and Pat Shurmur, who has strong ties to Kelly and NFL experience. Each candidate brings unique strengths that could shape the Buckeyes' offensive strategy moving forward. CNN highlights Panama's President Raul Mulino's firm stance on the nation's sovereignty over the Panama Canal amidst rising concerns about China's influence in the region. In discussions with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Mulino confirmed that Panama would not renew its Belt and Road Agreement with China, emphasizing the need for stronger U.S. investments in infrastructure projects. The president reassured that the canal's control remains with Panama and dismissed the likelihood of U.S. military intervention, despite historical treaties allowing such actions under specific circumstances. Additionally, Mulino mentioned an ongoing audit of a company linked to China, which operates terminals near the canal, and outlined plans to discuss migrant repatriation flights with the U.S., emphasizing that Panama would not bear any financial responsibility for these initiatives. This diplomatic engagement signals a shift towards strengthening ties with the United States while navigating the complexities of international relations surrounding the strategically vital canal. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.